Hello anyone, welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses with good old Shrimpy. I have forgotten where we were up to because I was just doing some editing for Claude Route this morning. Is it the ball one? Might be. We've just had the Battle of the Eagle and Lion, I remember that much, and we did win. So, yay to that. Also, I forgot that I got Lindy's C support on Claude's. See how much attention I was paying. Though it has been a long time since I was pre-time skip on Claude's. Okay, so, battle... Oh, I remember. It's the ones we've kind of done. Well, that one we've definitely done. So what I'm going to do is... we'll explore for today, because it's the first Sunday. Then I may do those off camera like I said I would. So for now I'll leave them. Here goes.
I do not know why it is so, but being here makes me feel quite unwell. I am so sleepy and a bit... it is a struggle merely to stay conscious. Are you feeling the same?
I mean, Byleth did pass out a couple of times, but that's actually really weird.
And yet, it feels familiar. As though pulled from a corner of my memory, from a time long ago. I simply cannot fathom it.
Is she like Tiki? Waitrose Tiki, as my sister has named her, having seen Poundland Tiki. So is she like Waitrose Tiki, where she has to sleep for ages?
What is it? Sorry, I've got a cold.
No you don't.
How would you know? My act was perfect. Alas, 'tis no mere illness of the body, but a malign affliction of mine soul. So, back to bed.
Sweet. Long coo. I can hear him jumping onto the kitchen counter. He's not meant to be in there. But you know, he does what he does. Oh, it's zombie village time. Of course, that's what we're up to.
I know you figure medicine and magical healing are two ways to do the same thing, but it's way deeper than that. Medicine is all about preventing infection and suppressing symptoms with, well, but magical...
Fabulous. Right.
Right. Hey, Professor, did you see that my father came by during the Battle of the Eagle and Lion?
No.
He left soon after, but I saw him talking to Edelgard first.
Interesting.
I wonder what they could have to talk about.
Empire business, perhaps?
I guess that would make sense. He is the Minister of Military Affairs, after all.
Ah.
Still, though, I could have sworn those two didn't get along.
Well, presumably not if, he was one of the people responsible for all her siblings being killed. I'd imagine that would make it a bit difficult to get along with someone.
I'm going to catch me some mighty fish. I didn't catch a single fish last month. But this month...
Maybe you're doing something wrong.
I'm casting my line. You're going with the captain to investigate Ramire Village soon, aren't you? It feels like so long ago that you two came here.
Wonderful.
I'm worried about Ramire. That affliction is a little too mysterious for my liking.
Same.
I'm pretty sure it's not normal.
I've heard it's not an ordinary
What
disease.
could it be?
Here's hoping my capture card doesn't die on me this time. As much as I love the thing, it has caused me a few issues recently. Right.
They say that things rarely, if ever, go according to plan. Still, plan we must. After all, if we don't effectively force things to go our way, nothing will be achieved. How about you, Professor? Are you leading the life you envisioned for yourself?
Sure.
Your character must be stronger than most.
Great.
Hey, Professor. Can I get your advice on something? I just don't know what to do anymore. I used to think they were the best, but now I can't even stand looking at them.
Time heals all wounds.
Good point, Professor. I think I need...
Right.
Hey there.
What else is new?
Professor! The Battle of the Eagle and Lion was such...
Ignatz, how?
Oh, come on, let me gush! What an incredible thing to witness.
True. If they can keep playing nice, perhaps there will be peace in Fodlan after all.
Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Peace in Fodlan. Leader's playing nice. That's gonna last. Loud sobbing noises.
The librarian is always out and about these days. And just when I had some questions about a book I'd borrowed. Ugh, now I'm so curious about where he's gone off to. He better come back soon.
Yeah, they are definitely building up to Tomas being evil. Which, you know, this chapter we find out he is, so nice doing, I guess. Okay, no one's in here. Where are you, Flane? Oh, there you are, Flane.
I am so happy to be part of your class, Professor. I honestly cannot recall the last time I interacted with others on a daily. It reminds me of when I was a child. That was so very long ago now.
How long ago?
Oh, I mean, very, 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 very long ago.
So at least 1,000 years, probably more. You know, average child. Right, who else is around?
Professor, I heard about Remire Village from some of the knights. It's certainly troubling. If it's a contagion, we at Garrick Mock should be on the lookout as well.
I don't believe it is.
Oh? Well, that's bet. Your words are oddly... What?
Oh, now these two are scheming.
Need something, Professor?
He's sweating. Don't like being interrupted while scheming, do you?
I was just asking Monica here to be less demanding of Lady Edelgard's time.
Hey, it's not like I'm bothering her. Sorry for the ruckus, Professor. Please don't worry about it too much. Nothing to worry about.
I wish you would worry about it a little more.
So do I.
This is my first time working with the Geralt, the legend known across the ages as the Blade Breaker. And I get to see him with my own eyes. That means I have to try my absolute hardest.
Hua to you too. Let's give this a go, I guess. Yeah, this ain't gonna go well.
Should have trained better.
Yeah, I got 50G out of it. That'll do. Yeah, we attempted. Right.
Professor, you seem unwell. How are you faring? If you're not feeling well, I'd strongly recommend some rest.
Thanks, Dimitri.
Let me consider. Professor, tell me, is this about Remire? There are more villagers acting strangely today than yesterday. Knights have been dispatched, yet the underlying cause is as yet unclear. And the most anyone can do is stand back and watch. It is most distressing. Professor, what do you think about all this?
Some kind of illness, some kind of conspiracy, punishment from the goddess. I think it's a conspiracy.
In that case, we should...
Because it is.
I thought we might make it through if only this debacle...
Yeah, whatever. Crests. Good to know you have wide interests there. Oh, is this the month where I have to get the thingies?
5 years. It was 4. Ah, you count your. If I take care. As you were saying, that want. Hey now. Hey you, do me a favor.
Sure. Hey Hannah man, I have a book for you.
Professor, I can offer nothing more. I am in your debt, Professor.
The Tome of Comely Saints. This goes to Manuela, but my friend was saying how excellent would it be if you could present the Tome of Comely Saints to Seth.
Let me have that. Fantastic. Thanks,
It doesn't work
Professor.
apparently, which is a shame, because I would love to see how he reacts to that. Oh, I've lost track of which quest is which. I'll just go around and sort all of them. Who did I come in here for? Did you? I didn't go this way. My bad.
Hey! When news reached us of the disturbance, we had renowned scholars and accomplished. For all we knew, it was an epidemic.
Investigating Remire Village. Be on your guard.
Always am.
Hello. You know, Professor, the tournament. Why, all of the food I've eaten. Hardly.
Oh, like... I have a request.
I have a sport near here. Right. Grab you.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Oh, except that Tomas departed the monastery and has yet to return. Consider that reported. He's been gone for periods of time before and has always returned, so I'm not too worried. Still...
Yeah, the subtlety has kind of gone out the window on this one, hasn't
what in
it?
the world he's doing out there.
He's cooking up some zombies. Because of course he is.
What do you require?
Is that done? Ugh, Manuela's one. Wonderful. I've seen that before, so I just skipped it. Because, you know, that's easier.
Of the it was. If I take. As you were. That want. Hey now. I have a favor to ask.
I haven't been past the Amiibo gazebo in a while. I always forget there's items around here.
Congratulations on winning the Battle of the... I certainly feel like I earned a special reward. Don't you...
Weeds. Great. Thanks, Amiibos.
Okay.
I don't know where I'm going again.
Hi.
I know this will shock you all to learn, because I am a master of navigating, clearly.
Yeah. Remire Village. Oh, but the story goes that.
Right.
Good day, Professor. Well then, I should go.
That was uneventful. Hey Ferdy, why have you got to be all the way down here?
Remire Village. If you had not been there, did one of the house leaders know that Merson? It will remain a mystery for now.
That's a good point. How did they know that we were there? I wonder if that's trying to imply that Adel knew something she shouldn't have done. Probably.
What in the world is happening in Remire Village? I hear even the knights have been dispatched. I hope it's nothing too serious. After all, that's where we first met. I have valued memories of the place.
I love you too, Claude.
I fear I may become a social recluse soon. My life consists of wearing a groove in the floor between the library and the dining hall. Although I guess a real recluse wouldn't leave their room, eh? That would be me if you weren't my teacher. Locked away in my room, reading, napping, never to be seen. You know, I never see Bernadetta outside of class. I wonder what it is that she does in her room all day.
Many mysterious things, I imagine. Right. I really wish I was absolutely loving the Black Eagles as much as I did the Golden Deer. Because at this point, I definitely do like them.
Want to trade me what you're... Thanks, Professor. This is great.
But you know, I don't
The nights go out from...
love any of them yet.
Kid.
Professor!
The situation there is worrying, yes.
Yeah, I'm
Are
alright.
you not feeling okay?
I hope you're not just saying...
Professor, do you ever wish you could return to your life as a mercenary?
Sure.
I thought you might. Traveling the world, just you and Gerald. How lovely it must have been. It was in Remire that you first met Alois and the rest of his order, was it not? Half a year has come and gone since then.
Woohoo. Where's Sylvain? Oh, he's over there. That's random. Gonna have to go track him down now, aren't I? Darn it, Sylvain. And that's the wrong way. I knew it would be.
Really?
Maybe. I wonder how Remire Village is faring. Hopefully we're not dealing with some new epidemic. It wouldn't be unheard of. Almost 20 years ago, a terrible plague blazed through Fargus. It even hit the capital city, taking the Queen Consort's life. Or so I heard. The whole kingdom was in an uproar over that loss. The person who saved the kingdom wasn't a doctor, but a holy woman. The fair Lady Cornelia.
She's the woman who was causing kingdom issues post-time skip, but we never learnt anything about because we were with Claude.
After that, she was awarded the honor of being a mage in the service of the royal family. She sounds like an amazing woman, but she must be pretty old by now. But hey, maybe she's aged like a fine wine.
You're so weird. Right, it's time to be a bad counsellor. Enthusiastically eating, wants to join them, would it be a bother? I'm happy to share a meal. Independently young-minded young woman. Keep her away from those with ill intentions. Oh, Seteth. Seteth. I love him.
During the Red Wolf Moon, you were off for Remire. May the goddess protect.
I'm in the middle of drawing Seteth at the moment. We'll see when I finish it. But I want to draw it like, you know, those stained glass portraits of saints. I just love stained glass, which I'm pretty sure I've mentioned already.
This is a place of mysteriousness. In a place alike to this place, you can imagine the goddess of Fodland. At times I miss those places in Bridget. At times, I am missing those places so painfully.
No. I feel bad for her. Can't be fun to be taken away from your home.
What is it? I'm in the middle of my daily duties. I assume you know by now that the four saints are all-important figures in the teachings of Seros.
Says one of them.
Still, I have a particular fondness for Saint Sethlene.
No.
I have something to ask of you.
I love you, Seteth.
Need something? This one? You're all set. This one? You're all set. This one? You're all set. See you again soon.
That'll do for now. Right. Where's everyone else? Why am I so bad at navigating this place? Have I even been here before?
Hello, Professor. Would you mind trading it with me? Oh, thank you so much. I'll be sure to take great... Oh, goodness. Please be careful.
I will do my best not to catch a cold.
Okay.
Or run into a wall for too long. Having this map open makes me even worse at navigating than usual.
Please, visit a doctor. Though when I went there the other day...
Oh, not another one.
I could use your help.
Why are you writing a love letter to Rhea? People, I worry about you.
Professor, how are you feeling? Are you sick? If so, I would urge you not to push
Well,
yourself
no
too... What
expected
is that
kindness.
supposed to mean?
Great. Have I spoken to everyone now? I think I have. Could be wrong. Gotta finish off these quests though.
It was half a year. I appreciate it.
Right, who wants the Path of Dawn? Suppose I ought to go give this back to you.
Really?
Huh? Impressive. Thanks.
Fabulous. Okay. Where am I going next?
If it's not too much of a book, thank you so much. I'll treasure it forever.
This quest is
That's
so
a nice-
dumb.
Why don't you trade it for this? Excellent doing business with you, Professor. I've always wondered.
You brought it, Professor? How? You can give it here. Excuse me. I asked. Seems. Thanks. I knew I could count on you.
Great. Right, anything else to do today? I have to go find the thing for Seteth. Anything for Seteth. I love him. I know that you may have guessed that by now. Such a good man. Right, so now I have to go find him again. Good grief, this month has me wandering all over the place. But it's all part of the job.
done. You have my thanks.
Thank you, Certus. Right. Go do my usual motivation and/or faculty training. And then we'll see what else comes up.
My apologies. You and the professor are both so fascinating, I simply cannot help myself.
Oh yeah, didn't I have loads of supports to read? No. Apparently not. Take some time before you can deepen this bond. I had that with Claude on the last one. Does that mean I have to wait till post-time skip? Because that would be interesting. Given that we still have a long time to go before the time skip. Right. That's today over. Now time for good old instructing.
Professor.
Doesn't matter to me. Sorry, Caspar. Do not care.
Our results.
I am closing in on expertise.
Fabulous. Right. What have we got today? Okay, I'm gonna do these battles. I will only show anything interesting that happens, I guess. Well, I'll do this one because we'll get slightly different dialogue. And then I may do the other one on my own time, just because, you know, you've seen it, really.
What was that? Oh. That's it. Well, I cannot. Yes, you are right.
I'm mostly doing this again just to see what Adel's reaction is.
Our professor is sneaking.
I don't recall hearing of any such plans for our class.
Intrigued, are we? Yes, let's do.
That was not interesting.
Yes, it is. Oh, but I seem to. It is not. Oh. Yes, look.
Well, so far this isn't exactly thrilling, is it?
What is it now? Those we have no choice.
It's good we've caught up with the professor, but this situation is hard to put into words, actually.
You're not wrong, Hubie.
Wolves to the front, hawks to the rear, and what appears to be a demonic beast at the canyon's mouth.
A wild beast at that. Or perhaps it's more fitting to call it a stray.
See, that's disturbing because I know they know how to make those things.
If we can't prevail over that demonic beast, the first thing we need to do is reunite with our...
Well, I guess that made for a slightly interesting bit of stuff. Well, that didn't go well for me. All but 2 of us were dead. Oh well, it got done. Anything that's gonna make that, like, half-hour of silence worthwhile?
I'm glad that you are safe, Professor. It was rather reckless of you to venture out alone like that.
I suppose we came out here without permission too. If we all wish to avoid punishment, perhaps we can all agree that we came out here for an extracurricular activity.
Still, I would like to know what brought you to this valley in the first place.
Oh dear. I put us in. We are
I'm not used to it yet.
You are not. You must start thinking of your. How did. My memory. How curious. And all thanks to. Huh? I dare say you should. It was a. We actually.
That was a thing. Great. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of one of these ones. I doubt this will take me long. I hope not, because I've been recording for like an hour and have not accomplished all that much. You know what, I'm just gonna let Auto Battle take care of this one. The recommended level is like 11 and we're at mostly 17 or above. Apart from Ignatz, apparently, who is still a small baby. Is anyone else that under level? 16, 18, 11, 17, 16, 18, 18, 13 and 17. Okay. Lindy and Ignatz it is.
And I didn't even enjoy
You guys need training.
I will prevail.
Who, me?
I will get the victory.
Ready anytime. It's... I'm sorry, Ready anytime. Huh? It worked out. Battle.
Who, me?
I will get the victory.
I get things done. I'm sorry.
I still...
Can't get ahead of myself.
Stay focused. I will prevail.
One more success.
must be awful losing to me.
Leave it to me. I just worked harder.
As you wish.
Witness frigid pride.
Yeah, that was pretty easy. I lost Ignatz, but that was it. I also forgot that auto battle makes Byleth use the Sword of the Creator, which is still a stupid thing. So I probably need to rest at some point just to get that back up. Love it when the AIs do stupid things I don't want them to do, but it's my fault for clicking on auto battle. Right.
Professor.
No, you're not gonna be a sniper. Sorry, Ignatz, but I have plans for you, and that would ruin all of them.
I like this.
While I have little...
Fabulous.
Honestly, this is a bit of a...
Oh? Why's that?
No reason. Marianne, you are unusually...
We probably...
Do you find it interesting that they gave
Perhaps
those
I've
two
been, well, seems
so
simple
much
enough.
specific
It's fun when you know what you're...
conversation? Because a lot of people, it's very generic. Let's have a tea party. Why not?
Thank you very much.
Have some tea.
So nice and warm. Yes.
Cat's potential training partners, exploring the monastery. Nice.
Huh?
School uniform, school days, a strong battalion. School days?
Yes.
Working hours for guards, the ideal professor, shareable snacks. Oh. She's not interested in snacks.
Thank you very much for...
At least we had an okay time. Okay, today I'm gonna rest. Because Sword of the Creator and all that jazz. No one's at level 20 yet, are they? No. Alright. So, resting time. Here we go then. Let's hope my capture card doesn't die this time. Here goes.
We've got to go. Now.
Okay.
The situation in Remire Village has changed drastically. We don't know much more than that. We're hearing reports that the villagers are killing each other. Some say how...
Yeah, that's not good. I still hate these portraits.
Help! Somebody please help!
What's going on here?
This is horrific. It's even more revolting. More terrible than I expected.
And you helped this. It really is horrifying.
Yes, we must find a way to save this village.
True. But if we are not careful about how we proceed, we will only increase the death toll.
The villagers are attacking each other. Let's knock them all out one by one.
Always so reckless. You do know that if we mess up, we will either kill or be killed, right?
Still, we cannot just stand here twiddling our thumbs and doing nothing.
I'd really like to go home now. But there's no time for thoughts like that. We have to help them.
I am waiting for your orders with full readiness.
Wait. Those people over there, they seem to be observing the chaos. They must be behind this. Eliminate them and rescue all of the unafflicted villagers.
Well, here goes. Capture card, I'm watching you. I will get the footage this run, darn it. Right, here we go.
There are some suspicious-looking ruffians out there, but our top priority is to rescue the villagers. Got it? I'll rein in the villagers who've turned violent. You focus on rescuing the others.
Okay.
Ready anytime.
Kill.
Please do not kill me.
Leave it to me.
Battle.
That's my cue.
I will prevail.
As you wish.
Me?
I will get the victory.
Thank you.
One villager safe already. That's good.
Stay focused.
Oh no.
I don't think I'm gonna manage to save some of these guys. But we'll see how things go.
The one giving commands in the back. I'm certain that's Tomas the librarian.
Mm-hmm. I want Lysithia to get further ahead because she's probably the better unit. Am I kidding? Probably. She's definitely the better unit. Try and heal up that villager. Try and help out the allies where I can. Get rid of that guy.
Thank you.
Fabulous. That guy sorted. Good. I'm trying to get Flame to level up a bit in case I need her later. You're welcome. It's always so hard to know who to heal in these things.
Tomas, what are you doing here? Dare I even ask?
I'm not Tomas. My name is Solon, the savior of all.
Oh, here we are.
What's the matter? So shocked you can't even speak? You were so easily fooled by my disguise. I was hiding away in Garrick Mach to get the blood of that little girl called Flame. With her blood, we'll be one step closer to realizing our goal.
Great. So that's what we missed last time.
I'll have a bit of fun here too.
Okay, legitimately forgot he was in this one.
That's the Death Knight. He must be an ally of Tomas, or Solon, or whoever he is.
Start coming!
Predictable.
I'd really like to not lose any villagers, but those two up in the top corner are in danger.
Could have been.
Heal up that dude. Heal up that dude.
That is that.
Is that everyone? Yeah. I'd really love to get to those villagers in time to save them.
each battle a chance to grow.
Oh, nice, I can go into a better class. I swear all that most of these allies are doing is getting in my way. Silence that dude. Right. No, we lost one.
We've rescued as many as we can. Now it's time to capture Solon.
Oh well, we did pretty okay.
Witness Bridget Pride.
There's that.
Hard.
I wonder if him and Adel have any special dialogue actually. That might be worth checking if I can.
You were
Be silenced, you fool. Right, here goes, I guess. Well, this isn't going great. Church soldier. Church soldier, why?
Tomas! No. Solon. I will stop you.
What? If you insist on turning your blade against me, then expect no mercy.
Sweet. Check out that guy. There we go.
Why have you gone after this village? What are you planning?
I could have conducted this experiment on any test subjects. Now that I have what I came for, I must bid you farewell.
I must go.
Wait! Damn it,
Bye,
he's
everyone.
gone.
We let him get away. I'll survey the village. There may still be enemies in hiding.
At least half. Woohoo. Well, that was as delightful as ever. Good to know it's all recorded this time, though. Oh boy. An experience as ever.
Looks like we somehow managed to sort things out, and casualties were kept to a minimum. They said they weren't picky about who they used as their test subjects. Because of them, the people of Remire Village.
There you are.
Hey, Flamey McFlameface.
That armor. So, you're the Flame Emperor.
Yes. I believe you have met my subordinate, the Death Knight.
Oh, we've met all right. But back to you. You're the one responsible for the destruction of this village.
Do not get the wrong idea.
What in blazes does that mean?
It is true that I am working with Solon, but that does not mean our objectives are the same. Had I known they planned to do this, I would have stopped it. You have my word.
Your words are meaningless. Now, I'll have to insist that you accompany us back to the monastery.
I cannot abide that. However, if you wish to join forces, I will hear your plea.
What?
If left to their own devices, they will commit countless more violent acts like this one. Do you not wish to prevent that? With the sword of the Creator on our side, Solon would not be a threat.
It's so tempting to say yes. Apparently it doesn't matter. My friend tried it, so why not?
You are lying. I can see that you cannot contain your fury toward me. Pity.
Sarcasm. It worked.
Pray that you do not live to regret your choice.
Geralt, Professor, have you seen Lady Edelgard?
What's wrong, kid? Huh? Oh, damn it! He's gone.
Everyone just loves teleporting, don't they?
Hey, I've been meaning to talk to you. Since coming to the monastery, you've changed.
How so?
You've been angry since we first arrived in Remire Village. And you look so happy when you're instructing the brats. Before the monastery, I'd never seen you bear your emotions like that. Not once.
You might be right.
Then perhaps it's a good thing we came to the monastery. If only so I could see your face lit up like that. Or maybe there was never any reason for us to leave the monastery in the first place.
A reason to leave?
I've put my foot in my mouth, haven't I? Though I suppose it may be nearly that time. Come to my office when you next have a moment to spare. There's something I need to tell you.
Just what was that about? I can't recall a time of old when you were at the monastery. I wonder what is hiding in the mist that is your past.
Professor, I don't know if this is appropriate to say, but admirable work out there. I really believe we did all that we could.
Sure you do. I wish that were true.
Geralt said the same thing. We must try to stay positive, even through the horror. I hear the so-called Flame Emperor appeared in Remire Village as well.
I'm so distracted by that bent table in the background. The one thing this game does not do well is that.
Hubert told me that you spoke with him.
He said he wasn't involved, or he asked me to join forces. He said he wasn't involved.
And do you believe him, Professor?
Nope.
That makes sense. It's hard to trust someone without knowing who they are, or how they're connected to all this.
Is it? Is it really?
Even if his words are true, his objectives are still unclear. But if the Flame Emperor should someday reveal his true intentions, maybe then he will appear before you without his mask, and you can look in his eyes and decide what you believe.
Adel, I need to ask you something. Oh, I'm so sorry. Did I interrupt?
No, not at all. If you'll excuse me, Professor.
Yeah, go do evil. All that fun.
You did well handling that awful business in Ramire village. I am certain the goddess shares in our grief at the senselessness of that calamity. More importantly, I was shocked to hear that our own Tomas was actually a dark mage. I must reflect on our blindness.
You surely must. You failed to notice that a rat was hiding in your home. Pathetic!
Savage towards your own daughter there, Sothis?
Who are these wicked foes? How did Tomas escape your gaze?
Who are these villains?
Tomas came to the monastery 40 years ago, by recommendation of House Ordelia of the Alliance. Around 8 years ago, he went back to House Ordelia, before returning to the monastery once again, just last year.
So that time when he was back with House Ordelia was probably when they were experimenting on Lysithea. I have a horrible feeling.
After having worked at Garreg Mach for decades, why would he betray us now? Just what did he hope to accomplish?
It's a good question.
Yuritsa became a professor at the Officers' Academy because of a recommendation from the Imperial nobility. Supposing that he is the Death Knight, that means that our enemy is an organization that has taken root in at least 2 territories.
In the long history of the Church of Seros, no, long before even that, there have been an endless number of threats to the peace of Fodlan. Yet those who oppose us still operate in the shadows. Their identities a mystery. I believe that Solon and the Death Knight are merely one part of a much larger whole.
Yep.
A threat to Fodlan's peace? That means we have no choice. We have to stop them all.
They must be stopped.
I have truly come to rely on you. I believe that the monastery will remain safe so long as we have you.
Okay,
we do
then.
not yet know the enemy's objective or whereabouts. For now, please devote yourself to preparing for whatever comes next.
That is all for today.
Professor, please wait. I know there is much that you still do not understand. However, one thing is clear. You possess great power. I believe that you are destined to be a source of great hope for all. In any case, I expect great things from you. Walk this world proudly, dear Professor.
I will do my best.
May the goddess Sothis protect you.
The goddess Sothis? Is that what she just said?
Is something the matter?
I'd never heard the name of the goddess.
I see. Sothis is the goddess's true name. Please do not use it carelessly. Farewell.
Do not say something that we may regret. What exactly am I? For now, let's leave this place. Please, go!
Well then, we got all the footage. Woohoo! It's already an improvement on that chapter in the last playthrough. I mean, last time I think I saved all the villagers, but I was on easy mode.
Ethereal
Oh
moon.
no.
The cause of sorrow.
I know what this chapter is. Dad,
Though most
no.
stars will still glimmer in the crisp winter air, the blue sea star has gone back into hiding. Legend states that the goddess prays for peace from her home in the heavens. In the town of Garreg Mach, the anniversary of the monastery's completion nears, and the people's prayers intensify ahead of the Millennium Festival, still 5 years hence.
Fabulous. Wonder if we've got any new supports after that battle. Feels like a while since we read any. Amusingly enough. Sometimes it feels like we do nothing else in this game. I can't stop yawning.
sorry to trouble.
Have some flowers, Eloise. Lindy! Okay, so I didn't have to wait till after time skip after all, just a bit longer. Although some of them are locked, yeah, are you thinking about the battle? Like, amusingly, the one with Leonie, where she gets angry about us being related to Geralt again, is locked until after he dies, which just seems mean. Are you thinking about the battle?
It's just... I was wondering why it seems as if no one values their own lives. Why do we fight until we die? Why do we kill without hesitation? I hate it. I don't like taking lives, or even the sight of blood. In the last battle, some of the soldiers under my command died for foolish reasons. Those soldiers could have pulled back. Instead, they kept fighting, and were overrun. Am I supposed to be satisfied with the victory alone, even at the cost of such life?
No, I couldn't be satisfied with that.
Exactly. I don't see the point. Honor? That's a foolish reason to give your life. Glory? Even worse. Just the thought frightens me. I'm not suited for battle, Professor.
There are some fights that you can't run from.
I suppose that's the nature of the world, isn't it? Professor, you take the time to lead me and teach me like this every day. Could the reason be that you don't want me to die on the battlefield?
I really don't. As long as I'm here, I won't let you die.
That's a bold statement, Professor. But for
and that's why I'm not
reason,
playing classic
I
mode.
want to believe you. You really are a strange person, you know. Professor, I wish to ask something of you. I don't want to kill. I don't want blood on my hands. I just want to lie on my back and soak up the sun filtering down through the trees. And I want you to help me make that a reality.
I relate to that. If I was in that situation, I really wouldn't want to kill anyone either.
We are planning a grand ball for this month.
Oh, I
I'm
have
sure
to
the
choose my
students will be
dancer.
most pleased.
I'm really struggling with that.
Yes, certainly. However, we must not devote all of our time to frivolity. We have a new mission for you. We have found evidence of someone sneaking into an unused chapel.
Is something stolen?
No, there is nothing of value in that building. We do not yet know what the intruder's objectives are.
This month, your class is tasked with guarding the chapel and investigating these intruders. With the recent state of affairs surrounding the Holy Church, we cannot afford to overlook any abnormality, no matter how seemingly trivial.
I am ordering a seasoned knight to assist you to ensure the safety of the students. In times like these, I am afraid we must always expect the worst.
And we'll get it. Which night? I know it's Dad, but...
Reporting for duty, Lady Rhea.
I thought you two could use the time to bond. And to speak of important matters.
Appreciate the thought.
Bear in mind that Geralt has a separate mission of his own. He will join you once he has finished it.
It's true. I'll be away from the monastery for a while. But when I return, I'll come and watch you work. I'll be looking forward to it.
Sob. Let them be happy. Right. Oh, there's a lot. Okay, let's go through a few of these.
We've come such a long way. After all, I was only 4 years old when we...
From your perfect memory, Lady Edelgard, I expect nothing short of the utmost precision. Do go on.
Please don't mock me with such frivolous praise. I can hardly recall that day.
Forgive me. I suppose I must have been 6 at the time. I have no recollection of it. My earliest memory of you is of when you were injured. I recall being scolded most sternly by my father.
You are Lady Edelgard's servant, he said. You must protect her with your life.
I had no idea, but House Vestra has served House Fresfeld for generations. Given that, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised.
Indeed. After that, I made certain to accompany you wherever you went. That is, until the incident.
Ah, when my uncle, Lord Arundel, defected to the kingdom and took me with him.
So I imagine that's probably when the bads happened.
The sensation of loss that overcame me on that day defies all description. It was as horrific as if I'd lost all my limbs. I left the city in a mad rush to rescue you. My father sent soldiers to capture me. I fought them off for 3 days, but they did finally manage it. Of course, I was only 10. I never would have reached Ferdiad.
I've never heard that story before. So there are things you've never told me.
It wasn't important.
That's beside the point. I wish to know these things. If there's anything else you're keeping from me, please tell me at once.
Respectfully, I decline.
Why? It's a simple order. I really must know.
Speaking of your orders, there was a task you gave me earlier which I have yet to carry out. Excuse me.
Wait just a moment. I just hope he's not hiding anything too worrisome.
I kind of ship those two. I don't think it's the best relationship in the world, but I find it interesting. And quite frankly, I think they deserve each other slightly at this point.
Hubert?
Yes?
I wanted to thank you for the other day. You know, when I fainted. Thank you for carrying me back to my room.
That was nothing. It saved me effort in the long run. Leaving you there would have just caused even more trouble.
I guess that's true. Well, thanks. There, I said it, and now I'm going.
Is this why you've been circling me like a vulture for the last several hours?
Vulture's a bit... well, yes.
Yet you would have fled if I'd approached. It seems you will avoid me at almost any cost.
Well, that's...
You don't need to say it. I know. I'm frightening.
I love how he says that.
I'm told so often.
He's so proud.
Please don't laugh like that!
Apologies. I will be mindful not to laugh in your presence from now on.
The grin of death itself? Terrifying!
You think so?
Oh no, now you're angry too!
Hardly. I'm sorry to have frightened you.
No, you're not! It's a trick! You're lulling me into a false sense of security! I can't stand it!
She's a lost cause.
So mean.
Looking out toward Bridget, are you?
Yes. There are some times I cannot stop my thoughts from going home. It will be much time before I return. Bridget feels... far away.
It is quite a long way. To say nothing of the sea that lies between here and there. Being unable to return must further add to the distance in your mind.
It is as you say. When I return to Bridget, I will be the new queen. I am wishing to help relations with the Empire.
I believe you will be successful. You may not be Lady Edelgard's equal, but you are resourceful enough to make an excellent queen. And unlike Lady Edelgard, you will not be forced to harden your heart.
Not Edelgard's equal? Is that what you are saying?
Understand that I mean no disrespect by this, but it is a fact that you are far beneath her. Make no mistake about what would happen if you were to raise your banner in revolt against her.
See, that's just mean. Like, you were being nice for a minute there, Hubie, but now it's all back to, oh, we'd crush you. I mean, I know she's technically a hostage, but still, rub it in, why don't you?
She would crush you mercilessly.
That is not a difference of equality. It is a difference of power.
Even if our homelands were on equal footing, Lady Edelgard would still prevail.
I can see with clarity the difference between me and Lady Edelgard. But that has no matter. I would never lose.
How amusing. For your sake, you had better hope you are right.
Cheerful.
Now then, where is that book on dance?
Hello, Flane. I'm curious if you could confirm some suspicions I have.
Hello, Linhardt. What is it?
I've recently been lost in study on the topic of Saint Setheline. You're familiar with her life, yes?
I know a little of her, as do many. But what does this have to do with me?
Interesting that you would ask that. Your question betrays your understanding of my inquiry.
I am quite certain that it does not, as a matter of fact.
I have interviewed several members of the Academy and the Monastery. All agree that you have trouble focusing on detail-oriented work. As I mentioned, I have been carefully researching Saint Setheline's history, and I found several intriguing anecdotes concerning her life. Granted, it is not stated explicitly in the texts, but it is easy enough to read between the lines and get to the underlying truth. The authors of several tomes, all written within 50 years of Saint Setheline's passing, imply she found it difficult to maintain focus on detail-oriented tasks. Then, just this morning, as I was studying statues of Saint Setheline, I came to realize how similar her visage is to your own. Interesting, no?
I do not appreciate your disrespectful approach to this topic.
No disrespect intended, I assure you. Saint Setheline is a major saint. I only mean to say that looking like her is an honor.
I actually meant that you are being disrespectful to Saint Setheline.
There was one other item.
I love how he's just not replying to that.
If you must.
You are quite skilled in white magic, yes? My understanding is that you have a very high affinity for the art.
Yes, I do. I am confident in my abilities. I am glad of my abilities, for it is a way in which I am able to help others.
Indeed. Once more an echo of Saint Setheline. I'm so curious as to why such similarities exist. Her crest? Perhaps hereditary traits then? Or is it possible I am allowing myself to see patterns where there are none?
I am very busy searching for a book. I will be going now. These ones look good. I probably shouldn't pick them, though.
Ah, Marianne. Harvesting the crops?
Oh, yes, Linhardt. I found which vegetables are ripe and ready, but would you mind picking them for me?
See, you've mistaken me for someone who sticks his hands in the dirt.
I'm just afraid that if I touch them, well...
Oh, I see. You're afraid everyone who eats them will suffer bad luck.
Yes, it's true. I wouldn't want anyone else to suffer because of me.
Marianne, that's simply not the way the world works. You see... Oh, forget it. Tell me which ones to pick.
Thank you so much, Linhardt.
Happy to help, but I'm beat. You'll have to carry them yourself, so take them straight in, okay?
Okay.
Oh, actually, before I go, do you mind if I ask you a question? I've been thinking, isn't it more the case your crest brings happiness rather than bad luck?
Happiness? I don't understand.
Yes, happiness. Because your crest is so rare. It excites my mind and, well, if not for your crest, we might never have met. And I feel that would be a tremendous loss. Backbreaking as it was, I enjoyed today. I'm quite happy right now, and it's due entirely to your crest.
I suppose so when you put it that way, but
It's a huge breakthrough to know that your crest causes happiness instead of bad luck. I'd love to study it thoroughly, but only if you'd agree. Really, I just want to find a way for your crest to bring you happiness too.
I'm sorry, but I can't. I have to decline.
I understand. May I ask one more thing, though? Could you please hand me one of those vegetables?
I don't think that's a good idea, but if you insist.
Thank you, Marianne. I think this looks like a very lucky vegetable.
That was cute.
Bernadetta.
Lady Edelgard, what can I do for you?
I appreciate all the effort you're making to overcome your fear of me. Your dedication is commendable. However...
I'm just getting in your way, aren't I? Knew it, Bernie. You're just an intruder. Nobody wants you around. Stupid! Oh...
Bernadetta.
Yes?
The problem you keep running into is that you don't listen to what people are really saying. That's why your efforts are in vain. You need to listen instead of jumping to your own conclusions. Are you listening to me?
Yes.
Then why aren't you responding?
I wanted to listen until you were finished. Sorry, were you finished then?
I was.
Then may I please scream now?
Mood.
By all means. But please try to make it a fairly quiet one.
Just a tiny one. Wait. What was I upset about again? That's weird. I forgot why I was about to scream, and now I don't even need to. What a nice feeling.
You're trying your best. I know that. But even so...
But what? What did I do this time? I'm so sorry. Whatever it is. I'll go to my room and never bother you again.
Wait, you didn't let me finish. I was only going to say that...
Nearly there.
You're in high spirits today, Dorothea.
Yes. I have met someone quite charming recently. I'm hoping we can spend more time together soon.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. I wish I had some advice to offer. Alas, I do not.
Don't worry too much about it, Adie. I guess romance isn't really something you're interested in anyway.
I'm not completely disinterested.
Oh yeah? Is there someone you have your eye on?
To be honest, there's nothing resembling romance in my life at present. It's not that I'm disinterested. I'm simply too busy with other endeavors. I have no time to spare for such things.
That's not surprising. You're not just any old noble, after all. Anyone who has feelings for you, well, they're in for a pretty complicated life.
True. And I can't ignore the possibility that I may have to marry for political purposes. I doubt I'll ever have the opportunity for a passionate romance as long as I live.
That's no way to talk. You meet the right person and boom, you have passion to spare. Could be someone you've just met or someone you've known your whole life. There's no telling how life will go. Something could even spark between the two of us.
You and I? Now that is an entertaining thought. If such an exciting future is in store, I look forward to it.
Oh yeah? That's awfully sweet of you, Adie.
Oh, I definitely ship it. Right. I should stop for now, because I'm starting to get eye strain, which is never fun. So I'll try and get rid of that before it even starts. So, thank you to anyone who's watching this. Even my sister, I guess I'll thank you too. And until next time, bye!